If you or someone close to you has just heard the words stage 4 melanoma, I want to begin with something simple and human. I see you. It's a confronting moment. The diagnosis hits hard. There is fear, confusion, and often a flood of questions. And even though we have come a long way in treating advanced melanoma, hearing it is so real. It lands like a punch. In my last video, we explored how treatments today, especially the dual immunotherapy, have changed survival and hope for many people. But we didn't get to talk about an important detail. Not all stage 4s are the same, and that matters. So today, let's gently and clearly walk through the 4 different ways melanoma can spread. I've talked about the solo spread, which is M1a, M1b, M1d. So today I will include M1c. I'll put them all together so that you can see them in one context. I'll explain each, how they're different, and how you can move forward with more clarity, more understanding, and most importantly, to give you some more strength to walk this path ahead. So let's recap a little. What does stage 4 mean? So stage 4 means that the melanoma has traveled beyond the original skin site to another part of the body. So we call those places metastasis. But here's what's often missed. The exact place it travels makes a big difference. It affects treatment choices and the way symptoms appear, which is very varied, and yes, the likely outcome. So instead of thinking of stage 4 as one single thing, it helps to see it as 4 subtypes based on where the melanoma shows up. So let's take a closer look. The first one, M1a. This is when melanoma spreads only to the skin. For some reason, this can occur. So you have a melanoma in one area, and next you might find it somewhere else. So, and this is the least aggressive subtype. You find it on the skin, different places perhaps, but it generally does not go inwards into your body organs. And it's the slowest moving subtype. Sometimes it appears as a small lump. It doesn't look suspicious. It can be under the skin, in a lymph node far from the original spot. But in many cases, this can be treated not just with systemic general therapy, but also sometimes with specific direct injections on those spots and with small surgery to remove the spots. So people with M1a skin metastasis often do very well with current treatments. M1b. So here the melanoma has reached the lungs, just the lungs, but nowhere else. So it's often picked up on scan before it causes symptoms. So lung only spread still responds well to treatment. Immunotherapy is the mainstay, and in some cases, focused radiation and local surgery of the lung where the spot is can also be considered. M1d. I'll come back to M1c after this. M1d refers to the spread to the brain or the spinal cord. So it sounds scary, but the picture is changing fast. So you have immunotherapy, the general therapy, and also you've got focused treatment, focusing on brain radiation. So survival is improving, especially when brain involvement is caught early and is limited. Even If there's symptoms like headaches or dizziness, timely treatment can bring control. These are the three first subtypes. They're also known as solo spread. I have a video dedicated to this solo spread phenomenon. So we go to the final fourth subtype, M1c. M1c is the most complex and the most difficult of the subtypes. Here, the melanoma has spread to other internal organs like the liver, the bones, digestive tract, the gut, and it's rarely in just one spot. Because of that, M1c is often the hardest to treat and the most serious. But even here, we don't give up hope. Immunotherapy can still bring meaningful control, and in some cases, there can also be targeted treatment, organ specific treatments, support like radiation to the bones, to the liver, directed therapies can help to improve those symptoms and give more time. I want to pause here for a moment because I know it's heavy. If you or your loved one has M1c disease, you may be facing harder realities. But please remember this, even when time is shorter, meaning can still be deep. There is still room for good days, for connection, for plans. So don't let the label steal your strength. What these patterns mean for treatment. Just briefly, no matter what the subtype is, systemic therapy, treatment that works throughout the body, is still the backbone. So most people, this means immunotherapy, not chemotherapy, immunotherapy. We talked about geoimmunotherapy in one of my other videos. And if your melanoma has a specific mutation like BRAF, BRAF, there can be also more targeted tablets as a backup or second line treatment. But the location does shape the approach. As I alluded to earlier, M1a, the skin metastasis, sometimes add local treatments like injections to the lesions and minor surgery to remove the lesion. M1b, which is the lung, may benefit from precise radiation or specific lung surgery in certain cases to remove the spot in the lung. And MD, the brain, also combines immunotherapy, but there can be focused brain radiation. In some selected cases, even focal brain surgery to remove the spot. M1c, the one where it spreads to several organs. This needs swift systemic treatment because it's everywhere. So sometimes organ specific support can also be used for specific symptom relief. So if you're not sure which subtype applies to you, it's okay to ask. Understanding your category help you make clearer decisions and set more realistic goals. It gives you confidence to move ahead. Indeed, stage 4 melanoma can feel like life has tilted off balance. But it's not the end of the road. It's a hard road, yes. But for many, it becomes a new path of life because it includes treatment. But you can have even long stretches of good, rich life. So here are three things I want you to keep close. First, don't skip your scans, even when you feel well. Go for them. They pick up early lesions. Two, Speak up early about new symptoms. Don't worry if they are vague, but especially if you have headaches, breathing issues, or unexplained pain. Speak up. Get a scan early. And 3, ask about clinical trials. They are not for people out of options. Trials today offer promising access to the next generation care. And most of all, I want to remind you, not every chapter of your life has to be about cancer. Even with this diagnosis, you are still allowed to laugh, to love, to plan something joyful, to make memories, good memories, and of course to rest, to relax. If you like future videos to go deeper into one of these subtypes, let me know, leave me a comment. This space is for you. So thank you for being here with me today. Stay informed, stay kind to yourself. Share it with someone who might be walking this difficult path. And I will talk to you again very soon.